Hello and welcome to Arnie's Short Stories. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Wightwood Werecat. The Isle of Wight had always been a place of whispers. Stories clung to the wind like salt, and legends curled beneath the boughs of Wightwood Forest, where shadows stretched long after the sun had set. Holly Arnold never put much stock in old tales until the night she saw the eyes. They burned from the darkness, twin pools of molten gold and blinking. The shape was feline, but far too large. It slinked between the trees with a gait that was almost human, muscles rolling beneath fur blacker than midnight. A low growl rumbled through the crisp autumn air, and then it was gone. Holly stood frozen at the forest edge, her breath pluming white before her. The air was thick with damp earth and decay, and the silence that followed was unnatural. It wasn't just quiet, it was empty, as if the world itself held its breath. Something was out there, something that had no right to exist. The first body turned up the next morning. Henry Talbot, a farmer, was found just beyond the tree line, his throat shredded, his ribs pried open like a coffin exhumed too soon. His face was locked in an expression of horror, eyes wide, mouth agape in a scream that had been silenced far too quickly. The village of Wightwood murmured of wolves, but there were no wolves on the Isle of Wight. No natural ones, at least. Holly had always been skeptical of superstition, but the villagers were convinced. The old one spoke of the Wightwood Werecat, a creature said to be born of betrayal and blood, neither man nor beast, but something in between. It was said to prowl when the moon was at its fullest, hunting those who had wronged it in life. A curse-given clause. That night Holly armed herself with her father's rifle and ventured back into the woods. The village would not fall to fear. If something was out there, she would find it. She had always been headstrong, a trait that had served her well as an investigative journalist, but one that now threatened to make her prey. The deeper she went, the more the air pressed in around her, thick with an almost tangible weight. The trees loomed overhead, skeletal hands grasping for the sky. The distant hoot of an owl made her jump, her pulse hammering in her throat. Then a sound, a whisper of movement in the underbrush. She turned, rifle raised. Nothing. Then came the growl. Low, guttural, inches from her ear. Holly spun just as the beast lunged. It struck like a storm, claws raking the air where she had stood moments before. She fired, but the shot went wide, splintering bark. The werecat was on her before she could react, its weight driving her to the forest floor. The scent of blood and wet fur filled her nostrils. It was massive, its fangs bared in something almost like a sneer. But it hesitated. Those molten eyes bore into hers, flickering with something deeper than hunger. Recognition. And then, impossibly, it spoke. "You should not have come." Holly's breath caught in her throat. The voice was rough, broken, but unmistakably human. The werecat pulled back, its form shifting, twisting like something caught between two realities. Bones cracked, flesh rippled, and before her knelt a man, his skin pallid, his limbs trembling. A man she knew. Edwin Hale. The village blacksmith, long thought lost to the forest a decade prior. The curse, he rasped. It cannot be undone. Holly swallowed hard, her mind racing. Edwin had disappeared years ago after a scandalous affair with the mayor's wife. They had claimed he fled. They had lied. "They did this to you," she whispered. His expression darkened. "They will pay." A rustling in the trees. More eyes glowed in the darkness. More shadows shifting, waiting. The village sins had come back to haunt them. The hunt had only just begun. Holly's heart pounded as Edwin's form convulsed, his limbs elongating, the beast forcing its way back to the surface. His golden eyes turned glassy with the agony of transformation. "Run," he managed, his voice shredded by the emergence of sharp fangs. "Before they see you as one of them." A chilling chorus of howls rose from the trees. Dozens of glowing eyes emerged, closing in. Holly backed away, her rifle trembling in her grip. This wasn't just one creature. It was an army. And Wightwood was their hunting ground. A scream rang through the night, not Holly's, but from the village. The beasts had already begun their vengeance. And she was caught between them and their prey. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had or have a great day.